have your attention. I want you to see this because he's saying in 2nd Ezra 8:48, and this also thou art marvelous before the Most High. How? In that thou hast humbled thyself. That's contrary to being prideful. Humbled himself, as it becometh thee, and has not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. So it's Most High will. If you be in the kingdom, just what you're going to do. Not when I get in the kingdom, I'm going to do this. How you know? You don't know what your judgment going to be. He have not judged himself to be much glorified among the righteous. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, we're in the last days right now, shall dwell in the world that we're in now. Why? Because they have walked in what? Great pride, which is contrary to being humble. Why there's going to be a lot of great miseries in this earth in these last days, because the people are walking in great pride. But understand now for thyself, he told us, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. You see? He told Ezra to seek out the glory that be like him. That's humble. And he said, hey, just real quick, a review of why he said that to Ezra, and him not including himself one of the righteous, because he said in 2nd Ezra 7:49, he says, for what profit is to us, if there be promised us an immortal time, we're going to be able to live forever and ever and ever. Wherefore we, see, just like Daniel said, he said himself, we have done the works that bring death. One more. And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves, including himself, being most wicked, are made vain. So this ain't something that you think you all that, man. You ain't all that. Shoot, they can stop whatever you doing like that. Just change the currency. Your dollar ain't worth nothing but a penny. $10 ain't worth nothing but a penny. They change the currency. What you gonna do? Last I look, ain't your face on it. You see? No matter how much money you have. You see, they took all them endorsements from you, yay, because they control everything. And what do we control? Nothing. As we ought to, but we are going to, because the kingdom was promised to us, for real, for real. We gotta have the right attitude to make it there. It's gonna be he said gonna be a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth. Y'all following these people that's gonna lead you astray. Look at Lamentations 4:8, pertaining to we the Israelites. So you know, it say their visions is blacker than the coal. Coal is real black. I remember we used to have coal furnaces. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. You know, you look at when we get like we're dealing with famine, or we even get sick where we're almost ready to die, we get darker. We start to get darker. That's why a lot of times you look at people die, they put them in the ground real quick because of their life, because you start going back to the earth. You're gonna start, because we different shades of brown, so we light and real dark. But you start getting darker. You know? When we're in the famine, but the Jewish people, when they were in famine in the Holocaust, as they call it, they got lighter. But we get darker. That's why you look at they'll say, well, Jeremiah 14:2, there was a famine. Yeah, it was a famine. The food shortage, so we started getting darker. We wasn't, remaining our same complexion that we had. We started getting darker. That's why the business is blacker than the coal. We start getting darker. And if you leave a body out of the earth, what it's going to do? It's going to start getting darker and darker and darker and darker until you put it in the earth. It's going to go back to the earth. From the earth it came, from the earth it's going back to. The business is blacker than the coal. They're known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered because it's a famine. You see? So, but we turn darker. But they turn lighter. Deuteronomy, let's look at Lamentations. Go to Lamentations 5:10. You say our skin, as the Israelites, was black like an oven. because of the terrible famine. Because they know, see, there it is right there. What I just said, there it is. We got darker. We get darker as we be, you know, without food, starving. The famine means food shortage. Like Biden says, it's going to be a food shortage. I see a lot of shelves empty in different places across the Americas and so forth. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Just let you know, just what I just said is right there in the scripture. But they got lighter. Let you know that we are the true people of the book. We are the people of the book. Deuteronomy 29 and 28. Deuteronomy 29 and 28. See, the problem is when you talk, they're going to catch you up. But they got to make these scriptures mean something different. And the Most High rooted them out of their land in anger. That's us. We the people of the book. He rooted us out of our land of Israel in anger and in wrath and in great indignation and cast them into another land as it is this day. You see? He cast them into another land as it is this day. You see? Let me show you. And let's let the land talk to us. What is the land telling us? Go to Baruch in the Apocrypha, the 4th chapter, and let's see what the land says to us. Verse 5 said, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Say, you were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath by not following what he say do, his rules and regulations. You were delivered unto the enemies." See that? Say, we were delivered unto the enemies, not our friends. Say, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Like you sacrificing the devils now. If you going up in them churches and y'all dealing with all these, y'all get ready to deal with Halloween in the church. Come on. Make Halloween be righteous. But I seen horror, what they call it, all I know they had blood and guts and everything. Horror house in the church, scaring the children. They went to the slaughterhouse and got all kind of hearts and bloods and guts and all kind of organs and blood everywhere to scare the children. Come on to the church. Come on. I seen that with my own eyes. Unbelievable, but it happened. Listen, you say you were sold to the nations for your, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You was delivered unto the enemies. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High, as it is this day. You have forgotten the everlasting Most High that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she, who was the land of Jerusalem, saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, listen, O you that dwell about Zion, talking to we the children of Israel. The Most High have brought upon me, the land of Israel, great mourning. I've been there. That land is desolate, just like you're going to see. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them, because we didn't follow the Most High's rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments. That's why he brought this upon us, but he told us what he's going to do. We knew what he's going to do long before, we learn how to read. You say, want to keep something from us, you put it in the book. This is the most important book you should be trying to learn how to read it with understanding. So with joy did I nourish them. The land was joyful to nourish us when we were in the land of Israel, but sent them away with weeping and mourning in the captivity, slavery, and bondage. Let no man rejoice over me. This is the land, a widow and forsaken of many, for the sins of my children am left desolate. And it's desolate over there. You got beautiful land, nothing's growing on it. Desolate. Because they departed from the law of the Most High. Y'all listen to these poach-up eating preachers you want to. He said, we in the condition we in because we departed from the law of the Most High. the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, and ceremonial laws. And at this time, we had sacrificial laws. They knew not his statutes, like you don't know his statutes now, nor walked in the ways of his commandments. You're not walking in the ways of his commandments today, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness, which is keeping of his laws. Let's look at righteousness. Go to Deuteronomy 6 and 25, defines righteousness. Just in case you didn't know, you're going to know. Deuteronomy 6:25, and it shall be our righteousness, defining righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High. Our power, our is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership only to us, as he have commanded us. The us is us. We the Israelites that the book is talking to. Or make it mean something different according to these scriptures. Not according to what you just don't be commenting on what I'm saying with your mouth. Make these scriptures mean something different. Because all y'all do is run y'all mouth. But you ain't making these scriptures mean nothing different. Just running your mouth. Because you offended. Or you standing up for somebody. They ain't standing up for themselves. I remember asking Rabbi, he said, wait till the rabbi come by. Oh, Rabbi come, Rabbi, they just run. They get away from us. But make these scriptures mean something different. And I'm not boasting, I'm just telling you because our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And people are giving the Jewish people monies thinking that they're the chosen people of the Most High, and that's a lie. That's not the truth. Or make it mean something different. Listen, they went into cargo slave ships for hundreds of years. They're reaping the benefits from slavery today. This is what it says. Verse 13, they knew not his statutes. This is in Baruch, the 4th chapter in the Apocrypha. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments. This is what we did. Nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. We just define righteousness is keeping of the Most High's commandments, his laws. Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting has brought upon them. For he has brought a nation upon them from far. A shameless nation. Hear what he's saying about Americans? He said they're a shameless nation of a strange language, who neither regard reverence the old man, they don't care about the old people, nor pity child. Look how we getting shot down and the verdict is not guilty. Only us. You don't see no Arabs, you don't see no Japanese, you don't see no Chinese, you don't see no Edomites, you don't see nobody. Hamites, you don't see nobody but us being shot down. They don't give a damn about the old, they don't care nothing about the young. These they carried away, the dear beloved children of the widow. That's the land, is the widow. And left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. But what can I help you? Say, how can I help you? The land said, how can I help us? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Hear that? On your way. Go your way. Salaki, go your way. Which is, excuse me. O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. And it is desolate. Very desolate. He said, I have put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Most High. This is a solution. The land's got to tell us. We got to have the land talk to us. He said, cry unto the Most High. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, that you've seen in Genesis 35, 10 and 11. And he became the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are today. He said, be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. I'm telling you. The land tells us what to do. The land said, I'm crying to the Most High. Now you do the same thing. And he's going to deliver us. No time that he ever delivered us. You read a quick scenario is Judges 10:10 down. We cried to the Most High, he sent a deliverer. We cried to the Most High, he sent Moses. We got to cry one last time, and we're going to have deliverance that's coming, Mashiach Shai coming to judge and make war under the power of the Most High to set righteousness on this earth. Ain't gonna be no more evil people, period. All you evil people gonna be done away with. You ain't gonna make nobody cry no more. Ain't nobody gonna be sad no more. It's gonna be great. Deuteronomy 32, 16. Deuteronomy 32 and 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. This is what we did. Strange idols. Remember I told you Psalm 96 and 5 says, for all the gods of the nations are idols. We provoked the Most High, whose name is jealous, with strange gods. Strange gods, strange idols. With abominations provoked they him to anger. That's why you got to look at what you're doing. This is what it say. They sacrifice unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods or powers whom they knew not. Y'all ain't know nothing about these powers. Y'all ain't know nothing about these religions and so forth. Show me your religion in the Bible, if thou can. Show me one religion that you following, whether it's the Catholic Church, the Baptist, the Jehovah's Witness, the Seventh-day Adventist, that came from this Bible, that the Israelites, we the Israelites, were following under the commandments of the Most High. I don't think so. They say we not under the law. So it's not any religion that you can say right now, or I've been asking this for a long time, that's keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws. Which one? That's why I say they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, strange idols. With abomination provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils and not to the Most High, to idols or gods as idols whom they knew not, to new gods, new idols that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. You know nothing about that? Look, go to 1 Corinthians. Oh, that's the new Old Testament. Go to 1 Corinthians, 20th, 10th chapter, the 20th verse. What does it say? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice or worship, they sacrifice or worship to devils. You hear that? Y'all call yourself Gentiles. You say, oh no, we're not the Jews. The Jews killed Christ. You know? But y'all call yourself Gentiles, but you really an Israelite. You the people of the book. They say, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice in these other nations sacrifice, he said, they sacrifice to devils until this day, and not to the Most High. Or who is it that's identifying the Most High as the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Who is it that's identifying the Most High as such? And the fact that the Most High said, you only of the Israelites have I known of all the families of the earth. That you heard him say that in Amos 3 and 2. And we can go into it to show you how you feel about these other nations eventually. You know, because y'all looking at these people that's call themselves the Jews or Jewish. They don't call themselves Jews, they call themselves Jewish. ISH is suffix meaning pertaining to being like us who are the true ethnic and biblical Jews. Point blank. But he say ye could not drink. Listen, but I say, verse 20 of 1 Corinthians 10th chapter, that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Hear that? You don't want us to have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of the Most High and a cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Most High. Say, well, the table you sit down and eat. So you can't deal with Most High and of the table of devils. See? You can't do that. That's what he's telling you. So, and what we do, we sacrifice our children unto devils. Our children are going under the pretense of the education and the religion and the lies, and the Mashiach Shai said, they are lies, set up the curriculum of the school system, and here they are, to this day, dealing with lies. Why they take the Most High and the Mashiach Shai out the schools but left the devil there? Because you take the Most High and the Mashiach Shai out the schools, who you think you leaving there? Why you think you got all these school shootings and so forth? Because the Most High and the Mashiach Shai ain't there. We used to have some morals growing up. You could pray. You can't even pray in the schools and so forth. against the rules and regulations of this world. Look at Psalms 105 and 8. He said, he have remembered his covenant forever. Forever. The word which he's commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant, this is a contract or agreement, he made with Abraham and his oath under Isaac. So Abraham had a son named Isaac. But Abraham had Ishmael before Isaac. But the Most High didn't choose Ishmael. He chose Isaac, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. Because Isaac had Esau, was the older son. But the Most High didn't choose Esau. He chose Jacob. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law. And to Israel, this is the Israelites, for what? For an everlasting covenant. I mean, it's going to last forever and ever and ever. Straight up. That's where it is. It's like that. That's where it is, y'all. So, going back to Deuteronomy, I digress. Deuteronomy 16th chapter. Because the Most High warned us. See, that's what you got to look at. The condition that we in. We in the condition we in because he warned us. And we said, hey, just like right now, when you say you ain't got to follow his laws, you giving the Most High the middle finger. That's what you're doing. You ain't got to follow what he say do. You do whatever you want to do. Oh, we going to see. I bet you when them tornadoes and them hurricanes and them earthquakes hit, people don't be talking about, oh, Mother Nature, oh, global warming, oh, La Nina, El Nina. They don't be saying that. They be saying, oh, God. That's all they know. He said, he going to visit you. He going to visit you for your wickedness. Listen, Deuteronomy 32 and 17. They sacrifice unto devils, as we done read, not to the Most High, to gods or idols whom they knew not, to new idols that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. See? You know, I gotta say this because some of you probably just tuning in. The reason why I don't say God is because the Europeans, the Edomites, they invented the word God. And they say they are God. Don't believe it? Here it is, right here. So you just coming in, Holy Bible, Holy Bible, Holy Bible. Let me show you. Open up the Holy Bible, and bam, there they are right there. The picture right there. You can't deny this. Come on, picture worth 1,000 words, right? And I look down here, it says, in the beginning, God, the same one you be calling on, created heaven and earth. Right there, right? There it is right there. There he is. Butt naked with a sheet over his genital. And you go in here, they got pictures all throughout this Bible. This Bible is from 1609. Yeah, 1609. I got to handle with care. It's very, very old. But when you go in here and you look, okay, here go. They say, here go, there's Jesus right there. Blind-haired, blue-eyed, right? We already read how he looked. Like fine brass that he burned in the furnace, and the hair of wool. There he is right there, 12 years old, dealing with the lawyers and the doctors, right? Now let's look at how he look here. Now I want to know, how do you turn from a blind head and blue eyes to this? See? This is what you're looking at. You can't deny it, you know. They painted their pictures to represent him. And they're the ones that killed the one that y'all call Jesus Christ. The white man killed him. Put him to death. But Mashiach double shot, the anointed Savior, they put him to death. Y'all ain't talking about that though, huh? How come you're not mentioning that? So now, going back to Deuteronomy 32 and 18, it say, of the rock, and this is just the truth, you know? I'm just teaching the truth. Deuteronomy 32 and 18 say, of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful. You ain't thinking about the Most High Noah's son, or Mashiach Yahushua. You ain't thinking about him. It said, the rock that begot you, thou art unmindful, and has forgotten the Most High that formed thee. He said, and when the Most High saw it, when he saw this, he saw that. You heard what he said in Daniel 9:11. We all have transgressed his law. When the Most High saw this, we as the Israelites, he abhorred them. I mean, he hated us because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. Taught our sons and daughters how to worship devils, as it is this day. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. But they are a very froward generation. The Most High hate froward people. Children in whom is no faith, right? He said, I'm going to hide my face from them. So what you think? You think these nations don't know this fact? That the Most High hid his face from us? Look at Ezekiel. Go to this book of Ezekiel 39 and 23, I think it is. Yeah. Ezekiel 39:20. What do these heathen nations know? These are the people that we're under, that's ruling everything and looking at us like we're nobody when we're the chosen people of the Most High, the true 12 tribes of Israel. What they gonna say? And what they know? Ezekiel 39:23 says, and the heathen, that's these other nations outside of us, the 12 tribes of Israel, who we are, shall know that the house of Israel, the family of Israel, went into captivity for their iniquity. So you think all these nations know that we went into captivity, slavery, and bondage for our iniquity, for breaking the Most High's laws, that all of a sudden they're going to show you the right way? I don't think so. He said, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, for breaking the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, see, and gave them into the hand of their enemies, not your friends. He said he gave us into the hand of our enemies. So fell they all by the sword, it says. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. That's why the Most High said, that's why I keep telling y'all, when you look at Hosea 5:15, I can't get past the second line. When he said, look, he said, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. I can't get past that because we offended the Most High so much every day, all kind of ways. He said, till we acknowledge our offense. What did he say? And seek my face. Why he saying seek his face? Because you just heard he said he hid his face from us, and the heathen know this. These other nations know this. That's why you don't know who you are as the Israelites. You don't even know your power. Y'all talking about God. Or you gonna put Most High God or whatever name you say God? Y'all calling him a dog. You calling them by who they say they are amongst us. They made us call them God. They made us call them Lord, which is B-A-A-L. You don't believe it? Look. While I have your attention, if I may, this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. You say you want to keep something from us, you put it in a book, right? So I looked in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, and I looked at the word B-A-A-L, because the Most High said, be circumspect, don't let the name of other gods come out of their mouth. And look what it says. See what it says there? Can you see that? What's next to B-A-A-L that they put in this Bible? L-O-R-D, and y'all steady calling out Lord this and Lord that. Still calling on other gods. That's why the Most High said he hid his face from us. It's not hard. You hear me saying the power? In the Hebrew scripture, it's saying Alahayim. The powers. It's not hard. That's why he said he hid his face from us. He said, I will go and return to my place, Hosea 5:15, till they acknowledge their offense, till we acknowledge how we offended him. And seek my face in their affliction. Hear what he said? In our affliction, they will seek me early. What he got to do to us? I mean, have we been afflicted enough? I mean, look at Zechariah 11:5. And you can relate to this, I hope. I mean, this is the Israelites. Now you tell me that this is happening to the quote-unquote so-called Jewish people, if you can. Zechariah 11:5. Here we go. Tell me this happened to them. Whose possessors slay them, kill them, and hold themselves not guilty. I mean, who getting shot down and the verdict is not guilty? They get away with it. Whose possessors slay them, kill them, and hold themselves not guilty. if it's not us? You see this over and over again. What's the verdict? Jury comes back not guilty for killing us. And they that sell them say, they that sold us for hundreds of years in captivity, slavery, and bondage, blessed be the Lord, blessed be the Most High, blessed be B-A-A-L, right? I just showed you what that means. And they put it in there, they inserted it in there, so you steady calling on B-A-A-L. Like y'all saying A-M-E-N at the end of your prayers, which is Zeus' last name. That's their God. Z-E-U-S. That's their God's last name. A-M-E-N. Look at the back of a dollar bill. What do you see? You see a pyramid. This is spiritual Egypt, America, and Sodom. I mean, you tell me a man and man can get married, woman and woman get married. I mean, come on. That's what they were doing in Sodom. It was like a refuge place for those as wicked as ever to run to. I seen it. Those cities, one had to go up to a mountain to look down upon it. Most High made sure that he had remnants of that city still be here, that we can look at what he done. And we picked up the, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but it's still burned. Like a match to it, it's still burned, like, whew. But it's like enclosed. The buildings is there, it's like ancient, it's from way back in Genesis, man. The buildings are there, but you can't go inside. You see pillars hold it up, but you can't, it's all covered in. All covered in. Statues of Hamites, we are so-called Africans. Big old heads. We're bigger than we are now, y'all. Big heads, man. Like I seen Lot's wife, it was a big old statue. Most I say he had to shrink our statue to bring us into captivity, y'all. As year went on. But it says, hey, Zechariah 11:5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Most High, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. That's how they got rich. Come on, what was more powerful in bringing money to America than slavery, if thou can say? I don't think so. Nothing you could think of. This is what it says. And their own shepherds, their own pork chop eating preachers, pity them not. All they want to do is get your money. That's all they do. Or they would come forth and say, we keeping the moral laws of the Most High. We keeping the civil laws of the Most High. We keeping the dietary laws of the Most High and teaching our people how to do this. And the ceremonial laws of the Most High, and not keeping Halloween and Christmas and Easter and all those things that pertain to these pagan heathens holidays. You ever know they have what they call human night sacrifices on these days that y'all celebrating and so forth? Look it up. They killing people. It's like you look at Walmart. Wall, have y'all seen us? Have you seen me? All these people that they done kidnapped, ready for their human night sacrifices, they call it. You better ask somebody. This is real. So the Most High told us this. He warned us. Ezekiel 7:24. He warned us. And I hope you can get this to Ye, who changed his name from Kanye to Ye. I hope you can hear this, because it's very important. Because one thing, and you have a great memory, so you should be able to memorize these scriptures. You'll be able to speak the word. Ezekiel 7:24 says, wherefore, the Most High warned us this. He said, I will bring the worst of the heathen. Hear that? The worst of the heathen. And they shall possess their houses. That's what he's saying to us. They have our land over there. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. See? It's defiled over there with them being there. While the land was crying to the Most High and telling us we got to cry to the Most High for the last time. Humble ourselves and cry to the Most High for the very last time. The very last time. Ain't no more captivity after this. Look. He said the holy places shall be defiled. He said destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, But the law shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients. That's why you see they're not talking about no law. They're talking about we ain't under the law. But we Gentiles being grafted in. Who are we grafted in among? I'm talking to your leaders, your preachers. Who are we grafted in among? What people are we grafted in among? Because the Jewish people don't believe in Romans 11 chapter where you're going to believe that, bring that forth. They don't believe in the New Testament. So who are we grafted in among? And you got to be filled with the Holy Ghost and speak in tongues. You're going to Acts the 2nd chapter to bring that forth. And it tells you in verse 5, there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, Israelites, not no other nation, not no Gentiles. They didn't come to our holy convocations. What's the next holy convocation? If thou could say. What's going on next? Y'all know about Halloween coming up. Y'all know about that hella day that's coming up for that particular wicked day. And you know what's after that? But what are the days of the Most High, his feast days? And the days that we say we're going to honor and get the victory over our enemies. Like 4th of July, like America getting the victory over the British. We have days that we got the victory over the Edomites. You know, all other nations that was joined with them to keep us down and bring us down. And the Most High gave us victory over them. And we say we're going to, celebrate them. You should know all the days from the first of the year, which is between March and April, all the way to the end of the year. You should know all the holy days, all the days that we say we're going to honor by heart. Just like you know Christmas, Easter, and 4th of July, and all the rest of them that they have here, that you're celebrating while they having human night. They call them human night sacrifices. Y'all celebrating, partying, doing the things you're doing. So you see, the Most High say he's going to bring the worst of the heathen because we ain't follow him. Destruction came to us because we ain't want to do what he said do. And it's not hard. You look, 1 John 5:3 says what? But just the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. It ain't hard to do this. It's just we are so accustomed to doing whatever we want to do, how we want to do it. You've been programmed to be prideful in this wicked land. Why the Most High is going to be a whole lot of people, man, that's going to be crying out. They're going to be crying, but it's going to be too late. Look what he said, Song of Solomon. It's not Song of Solomon, it's Song of Three Holy Children in the Apocrypha. Song of Three Holy Children in the Apocrypha. Verse 9. Look what it says. And thou, this the Most High, did deliver us, we the children of Israel, into the hands of lawless enemies. That's why y'all talking about we ain't under the law. The Most High said he delivered us into the hand of lawless enemies. Most hateful forsakers of the Most High. And to an unjust king. So it don't matter who y'all think y'all voting for. The Most High said they always going to be unjust pertaining to us. And the most wicked in all the world. The most wicked in all the world. Make it mean something different. He say, and now we cannot open our mouths. We are become a shame and reproach to thy servants and to them that worship thee. That deliver us not up wholly for thy name's sake. Because his name is in our name. Yah, Shar, Allah. His name in our name. He said, for our name's sake, neither disannul thou thy covenant. We read who the covenant is with. With who? Abraham, Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, if they're the Jews, if they're the Israelites, they should be able to name every tribe, as I can name off the top of my head, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. Just like that. The 12 tribes. They should be able to name them just like that. Ask them. Oh yeah, this is real, y'all. This is real as real could be. Because these plagues are upon this earth that the Most High prophesied going to be on this earth, and they happen back to back to back. It's just, he says it's going to be just like a woman in travail. A woman having a baby, contractions are very far apart, and they get closer, and she can have that baby get closer and closer and closer and closer until they have the baby. And that's how these plagues are. You got one plague, you got this plague coming, another one coming, another one coming. Look how fast they coming compared to how it was back in the day. You don't have nothing like this happening. But now we're at the end of the world. Oh yeah, it's happening big time. It's happening right in front of your face. Now, whether you're gonna pay attention or not, that's on you. But it's happening without a shadow of a doubt. So now, look at Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Come on now. Cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All the faces of the people in the Bible. I'm looking at this Bible. They all Edomites, all so-called white people. And look at this here. Look, I want you to look at this one. That's when he kicked Adam and Eve out the garden. But I want you to look at how y'all talk about races and white supremacy. Now you get this book. I got a handle with it with care. It's ancient. It's like from 1600s. Let's see. But I want you to see something, what they did, because they teach in their religions and so forth that the Most High cursed Cain. But look how the Most High cursed Cain after he killed Abel, right? But look at the picture how they have him in this Bible. You see? You see that? Can you see that? Turn Cain black. You see that? Turn Cain black. You see that? So, we look at this Bible, they can take this picture of slavery and say, see, that's why you curse. You curse, see? God turned you black. And see, God is a white man and coming out of the clouds right here, see? See that? Put his hand on Cain and turn him black, which is contrary, because everybody was dark. Everybody had pigment and melanin, I might say, like we do. Different shades of brown. And y'all know what? It was saying that that our pigment is worth way more than gold. Matter of fact, they said our pigment is worth $14,000 a pound. Is that why we're missing? We come up missing? Is that why? They said the pigment, they use the pigment in the chips and so forth. It's real deep, y'all. Pay attention. Stay abreast of what's going on, y'all. Watch your back. Watch your back for real. That's why you got to come to the Most High. You better come to the Most High. Understand what it is that's coming out here, because it's very important. But most people don't know him. They think they know him, but they don't really know him. Look, go to Exodus 34 and 14. You better know who y'all worship. He said, for thou shalt worship no other God, no other power, for the Most High, whose name is jealous. Hear that? Whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. That's the Most High. He says his name is jealous. He's a jealous power. That's why, people tell me you ain't supposed to fear the Most High. Man, you better understand. People don't really know the Most High. They got you all twisted thinking that you'd have made up your own power. But that might be your power, the one I just showed you, the so-called white man. Because that's who they got set up as the Most High until this day. But he said he's a jealous power. His name is jealous. And what he say he gonna do to you? If you don't want to come back to him, this is what he said. But you ain't read this up in the church. Ezekiel 22 and 20. Bet you ain't reading this up in the church. He said, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, he said, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Man, this is who I serve. He said, I'm going to leave you there and melt you. This who you serve? or you got somebody else that you serve? Make it mean something different. He said, yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. That's a lot of fire, y'all. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. See, that's the word of the Most High, y'all. That's what it is. Exodus 15:3 said the Most High is a man of war. The Most High is his name. You see? So we got to look at this, because a lot of people they have the wrong idea of who it is that he is. It's a fearful thing. He told you in Hebrews 10:31, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of living power. I mean, that's why he's giving you mercy and grace. Mercy is not getting something you do deserve. Grace is getting something you don't deserve. But who is grace and mercy for? Because I mentioned it earlier. It's not to the Gentiles. And y'all saying that people are Gentiles. They up in the church talking about they Gentiles have been grafted in. You ain't never asked them who were you grafted in among. I'm talking to all you want to run your mouth, always want to comment and run your mouth and talk to me, but you won't go in these scriptures and make these scriptures mean anything different than what's coming out. Now, who's the mercy and grace for? First Maccabees, you can go to 3 and 9. We're going to go to 4 and 9. 4:15, select it. But First Maccabees 3 and 9 and First Maccabees 4:15. Select it, that's not it. Wisdom of Solomon, Salakia, 4:15. Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9 and Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. So y'all say we Gentiles have been grafted in, telling our people that lie. And we under mercy and grace. Who was the mercy and grace given to? Was it given to a Gentile, or was it given to these people? Who we are. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. This the people saw and understood it not. Neither laid they up this in their minds, the way they think, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen, right? So his grace and mercy is with his saints, right? Look at it. We're going to define saints, who the saints are, because his grace and mercy is with his saints. And all y'all say, when the saints go marching in, I'm going to be in that number. No. You got to be a saint according to what the scripture says. So Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9 says, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Which is the truth? We know. We can sing together, class. Psalms 119, 142. That righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Right? So it says, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9, they that put their trust, your faith in him, that's trust, shall understand the truth, the Most High's laws, which is the truth. And such as be faithful in love, which is keeping of the Most High's commandments, shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints. See? And he have cared for his elect. So, grace and mercy is to his saints. So we got to define who the saints are. Who are the saints? Psalms 148:14. Because grace and mercy is to his saints. He also exalted the horns, the power of his people, the praise of all his saints. We define the saints right here. Even of the children of Israel. Even of the children of Israel, who are we? A people near unto the Most High. Praise ye the Most High. So the saints are the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. And if you can't name the 12 tribes, you're not no Israelite, you're not no Jew. You know, understand this too. Isaiah 48 and 1. It says, hear you this, O house of Jacob. Isaiah 48 and 1. Which are called by the name of Israel. We the Israelites. And are come forth out of the waters of Judah. See, we all 12 tribes come from the waters of Judah. We read Hebrews 7:14, for it is evident, it's a fact that our power, Mashiach Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ, sprang out of Judah, Jacob's fourthborn son. You see? But we all come from the waters of Judah, which swear by the name of the Most High and make mention of the power of Israel. See, it's power of Israel. No one else but us. We the Israelites. But not in truth. See that? But not in truth. Not according to the laws of the Most High. They make mention of the Most High, but not in truth. Because they saying you ain't under the law, which is the truth. Nor in righteousness. And y'all want to run to Hamashiach Shai? You want to run to St. John 4:14 and 6? Oh yeah, got something for you there too. You say, I am the way, the truth, and the life, right? He the way to show you how to follow the law, which of the Most High, which is the truth, that's going to lead to everlasting life. You ain't going to deviate from that. Because what did he do? Did he go away from the laws of the Most High? All he had was the law and the prophets to go by. The Old Testament. That's it. So now, we all come from the waters of Judah. That's why Judah's a head tribe. Hamashiach came out of Judah, and Philip asked him in St. John 14 and 8. He asked him the question. He said, hey, show us the Father. It will satisfy us, right? So as Father as Son. Because he said in St. John 10 and 30, I and my Father are one. They agree. But the Most High is greater than him. They're not the same. Like a lot of you preachers talk about the Most High is Mashiach Yahushua or Jesus Christ. They're the same. They're not the same. So he prayed to himself. St. John 14 and 8. Philip said unto him, Mashiach Yahushua. Like I said, I showed you that B-A-A-L is what they put in the Bible as L-O-R-D. They put that in there. So you calling on another power when you saying that. I showed you. Some of you might not have been here. Let me show you again. This is what you're calling on whenever you're calling on L-O-R-D. See right here? See right there what it says? B-A-A-L, what it means? L-O-R-D. They inserted that in there. Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. And many other dictionaries, I mean. And I don't use God because God is a word that was used by the Israelites pertaining to the Gentiles because of their profaneness and because of homosexuality. That's what it says in the New Unger's Bible Dictionary. And we can go in that too. So he said, hey, Philip said to him, Mashiach, show us the Father. And it suffices us. And I'm saying Hamashiach, which means the anointed Savior. Oh, man. Salakia. This moment.